Okay, so break down the design of this room. How are you feeling about those tiles, huh?
Oh, I love it. Step number one in designing any space. Should we want to walk you through the space so you can see all the progress?
This is gonna be exciting.
I'm ready to paint, man.
Who is at our door? Oh, uh-oh. I just made a very unpleasant discovery here.
Oh, but now it won't stop. Shoot.
Ow, my shin. I feel like carrying a dead body. Oh. Whoa. Oh, come on. Oh, wow. Where are we going? Hey. Oh, could we ride this? It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
All right, the trim is all done in these two rooms, so we're gonna start paint prep.
Whoa.
Which means we've got a lot of nail holes to fill. We got a lot of caulking to do. Good thing I got my handy DIY Dean. I bet you could fill some nail holes.
I bet I could.
Bet you could. I'm ready to paint, man. Oh, you know what? We need to say, we told people we were gonna start flooring.
That's right, we told them.
We told them that, and we had a change of plans. We decided to not do the flooring before the baseboards and painting. Flooring's coming, but not yet.
All right, so we're starting paint prep in this room, our two younger sons' room. Shall we begin? We have a lot of paint prep ahead of us.
I got this big box, contractor box.
Look at all that caulk.
I just figured, you know, we got a whole house to do. We're gonna use this eventually.
Yeah. Those shelves are looking so sharp.
They're looking sharp, man. All right, I'm gonna start by caulking the crown molding first because it's my least favorite. It makes my arms hurt the most. Probably shouldn't have worked out today.
Okay.
I did some shoulder stuff. I'm like, oh gosh. But it's my least favorite. That's what I do, because I start with my least favorite thing.
Oh, how diligent of you. You got this.
Whoa, this caulk gun has like an adjustable thing. I was like, why is it coming out so slow? Oh, but now it won't stop. Shoot. That's why, okay. If you're buying a new caulk gun, I recommend getting the one it's not even that expensive. It's like, I can't even remember. Maybe it was 15 or 20, but this is like way better. Like, wow, even the wall is curved right there. That's pretty crazy. All right, now time to wipe it all off with my finger. I can't wait to paint it all. But we're gonna get to paint day and I'm gonna be like, okay.
You're cracking yourself up over there.
Stupid cracks are hard to get.
Why couldn't the toilet paper cross the road?
I'm stuck in a crack.
You got stuck in a crack.
Look at this. There's a hook on here. What do you know? But that's what that's for. All right, I'm almost halfway. 2 walls down-ish. 2 walls to go.
2 down, 2 to go. Wow.
There you go, curved ceiling. Nothing straight, man.
Throw in a little texture. You got yourself a job on your hands.
Do your best, caulk the rest. It really does make things look a lot better.
You said, do the rest, caulk the rest.
Did I really?
Yeah.
I thought I said do your best. You know what I mean.
Do your best.
We have it recorded. That makes, I'm like, did I seriously say that? I want to play it back. Do your best, caulk the rest.
Yeah,
yep,
you
you're
definitely
right.
said
you're
do the
right.
rest,
Well,
caulk the
I am
rest.
like, I wasn't necessarily thinking, no, I did it, because I know myself well enough that there's a good chance I did say that.
Almost done with wall number 3.
Yep. Okay, ceiling texture, wow. Next wall. Wow, I'm getting close. My finger seriously hurts.
It's getting sandpapered by the ceiling texture. Looking pretty good.
Yeah. I'm actually thinking maybe we should go to Lowe's and get one of the little rubber tools to wipe it away, because
Fingers burning up.
well, and I have all these like real like square edges in here, and those are times when that tool is actually really nifty. We'll do a little comparison.
Okay. Fresh tube.
Yeah, I've already used a whole tube. I wonder if this will be enough even for the upstairs.
That whole box, you mean?
Yeah. Well, when we get to the playroom, if we count the playroom too, then no, it's not gonna be enough. I probably need a whole box just for the playroom, because I'm gonna do so much like carpentry in there. It's gonna be so good though. Playroom doesn't sound sophisticated enough. It's gonna be like a hangout room, game room.
Family room?
Yeah, I feel like there's like all these different names for that stuff, because I've always just called it like, I haven't ever had a house that has like a formal living room or whatever. So we just always called well, I guess we've called it family room and living room. I usually say living room.
Do you think people enjoy having these strange little conversations with us about what we're gonna call different rooms in the
Well,
house?
now I'm kind of curious. I'm like, I bet it's like different parts. For sure, I bet even like different parts of the states call it different things, like living room, family room, den.
Oh, den?
Just like dinner and supper.
Whoa.
I've never called it supper in my entire life. But we also say y'all.
We do say y'all. That's a real thing.
Do we sound country? Do we sound southern?
Southern? Do we have a southern drawl?
I mean, like when we're not being silly. We both do that when we're being silly. Okay, I'm done with the crown molding. If I didn't have these bookshelves, I'd be like almost done. The baseboards are easy after crown molding. I want to take a quick pause and tell you about today's video sponsor, Quince. I feel like the best review I can give of a brand is to say that I personally have been shopping there for years now and have loved what I've gotten. Quince brings all the high-end essentials together in one place. From 100% grade A Mongolian cashmere and buttery soft bamboo bedding to 14 karat gold jewelry, cast iron Dutch ovens, and even beautiful Italian leather bags. Speaking of leather bags, some of my favorite purses are actually from Quince. Every piece is made with premium materials from ethical, trusted factories and priced far below what other luxury brands charge. Their pieces meet rigorous standards for craftsmanship and ethical production. Plus, by cutting out the middlemen and the traditional markups, Quince is able to deliver the same quality as luxury brands, but at a fraction of the cost. This sweater is actually from Quince, and I've had this for like at least 3 years, maybe 4, maybe 5. It is still one of my favorites though. This is the cashmere batwing sweater, but I just love it. I love the way it drapes. It is still so soft, and I still wear this all the time. And I bought this with my own money. So whether you are Christmas shopping for other people or you just want to upgrade your own wardrobe, home, and more with high-end essentials from Quince, be sure to go to the link in the description below and get free shipping plus free 365-day returns, which is insane. You can literally return things for up to a year after you purchase. All right, time to get back to work.
So is it time for that thing that we do every single day?
Eat? Like, what do we do?
Oh, you know, come on.
A Lowe's trip, a Lowe's trip. Every single day it's a Lowe's trip.
But for real, how many times a week would you say we go to Lowe's? Like realistically?
I'm getting better about like getting a lot of stuff at once, so I don't feel like we come as often as we used to.
Just give me a number.
I don't know, a couple times. 2, 3.
2, 3, 4,
I don't know.
5?
Sometimes it's twice in one day. We are going to be
Hey.
painting this week.
Is this for you?
I feel like it is. I don't even like pink.
Be careful, don't go swimming in this bucket. All right, let's go. Pink bucket.
You rescued one of our friend's kids who fell head first. Do you remember that? Into an ice chest.
Oh, yes.
So that's what that means, is like little kids can fall and drown. That's a real thing.
We were at like a cookout and there was an ice chest full of drinks and it had kind of melted a bit. And there was this cute little, I don't know, 1-year-old who tried to reach down into the bucket and could not get out.
Upside down.
And he got stuck in, and I ran over and like pulled him by his diaper out of there.
There's a bunch of adults too, and you were the only one that saw.
He was a chilly Billy, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You look good holding the pink bucket.
I'm married. Take us home, darling. Hey, that's not how you go home.
Yes, it is.
Where are we going?
Home?
I don't think so.
You know what this weather makes me want? It's
Let
cold.
me guess.
It's
Let me guess.
drizzly. I'm sleepy.
Can I get a iced maca kiko?
Can I get a tall oat milk latte? Can I have a name? Adrian.
I was okay with carrying your pink bucket around, and then we had to pull in the Starbucks drive-thru and get latte. That's a little bit too much. You know what I mean?
You don't actually care at all. You make yourself look bad. You're like so sweet. You know, do you want a coffee? I'll get you a coffee.
I am married. All right, my turn. I'm like, baby, 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 oh. Hey.
I can't eat it.
His and hers. If you ever come to Bryan College Station, then you'll want to check out Blue Baker and get a chocolate croissant.
Their bagels are also really good, and their pizzas. I mean, I haven't been able to have those in a long time. But
anything they bake at Blue Baker is real good. Ready.
Let's do this.
We're back. We're ready. Yeah. So what's the next step on the to-do list here?
The next step is tackle this bookshelf because I probably should have started with this. Well, except I didn't have my tool. That's why I didn't start with this.
Okay.
But I want to caulk all of the corners.
Right.
Just to give it a real clean,
built-in look.
Real nice look.
Yes. Who is it time for the nifty tool?
It's time for the nifty tool. Here, I'm going to do this bottom part first because
okay.
it'll probably do the best on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like that is way better than using your finger when you have like a nice square edge. They're kind of small, so it's easy to lose them.
All right, one box down. What, 10 more to go? 9?
Why did you say that?
Oh, I was trying to be encouraging.
So some of these are gonna need a second pass because it's a pretty big gap.
So clean, baby.
That's pretty fun, huh?
Very fun. Doing a good job is always fun.
Oh my gosh.
Is that it?
That's it for the bookshelves.
Woo!
I feel like that tool made that go way faster. So my recommendation is if you have a flat surface in a 90-degree corner, you should get the little tools. They're not that expensive.
And if you have a long caulking job, use an audiobook.
Yeah, that too.
All right, what's next?
Baseboards. All right, I went and showered. My hair's wet because we got a date night tonight, which is exciting. But I wanted to fill the nail holes because it's a pretty quick job. I'm gonna see if I can fill all the nail holes in here in not too long of time. We'll see. All right, that didn't take that long. I'm done. I'll have to sand it later. I'll let it dry for a while.
All right, so we only have the dumpster for maybe an hour more. And I just remembered, oh yeah, we have all of that junk that I pulled out of the shed. So this is my golden opportunity to actually get rid of that stuff, as it's just been sitting there since I pulled it out of the shed because I haven't really known what to do with it until now. All right, let's get to work. I'm gonna start with the spider shingles. These things are heavy. Spider check, good. But there's more. Oh. Why are shingles so heavy? I guess they have to protect your roof against rain and hail and snow. From deep in the woods, a creature emerges. It's kind of a long walk, you know? But I'm grateful for a long walk. Oh, come on. Yes. Next. Oh, goodness, man. These things are so heavy. They feel like carrying a dead body. Not that I would know how that feels. Oh, uh-oh. That's not good. I just made a very unpleasant discovery here. This is not what you want to see. Wow. Anybody have a guess as to what we're looking at here? In my estimation, this looks like hogs, which is a no bueno. It's crazy. They just come and tear up an entire section of the yard. They're rummaging around for bugs or food or something. I don't even know what. We know we have deer out here, and deer can be a pest because they'll eat stuff in your flower bed or in your garden, but at least they're pretty and they're not violent. Hogs, on the other hand, they're not pretty and they're not nice. All right, well, next on the list here is, ow, my shin, is these concrete bags, and every single one of them are full of moisture, and so they're basically rock hard bricks. Oh, buddy.
You big old beefcake.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't know if I can get all of them in one wheelbarrow load because it would be quite heavy. Give it a check. Oh, gosh. Oh, goodness. You know what? I'm gonna leave that last one unless I break my wheelbarrow and break my back. Come on, buddy. Oh. All right, actually, I'm gonna get rid of one of these guys because they're seriously heavy. And I think I might have broken my will, you know? I was just doing a little calculating in my head. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, come on. Seriously. Ah, dang it. Let's try this again. I think we're gonna have to go around. Because the soft spot on the bridge, well, I just turned that spot into a hole. All right, so we'll go the opposite direction, a new way. Take this load down the country road. Oh boys, it's gonna be a long walk. But are you kidding me? Who could complain about this? But back to my earlier calculations. These concrete bags dry are 80 pounds a piece. Then you add some water to them. I'm gonna say a minimum of 100 pounds. I have 4 of these in one wheelbarrow. That's about 400 pounds, my guys. I'm gonna feel it tomorrow though, that's for sure. All right, now it's time for the real test. Getting these 100+ pound bags into the back of the trailer. Nice. Okay, I think I just have one more load. Dude, there's no way that's 100 pounds. 120, 140. I mean, I would know. I'm always lifting 100-pound dumbbells at the gym. Wow. Every time I pick it up, I'm like, wow, you're so heavy. All right, so we've got these books, these tiles, this thing, whatever the heck that is, and a broken cinder block. I'm gonna start with the cinder block. Easy, bud. Hidden brick, I like that, I like that. Now, where does this guy go? Oh, he's right on top. Perfect. Holy cow, this is heavy. I'd say this is a solid 600 pounds. Really getting that workout in today, guys. Oh my goodness. Whoa, 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 wait. Oh, wow, wow, wow. It had to be the last one, huh? All right, it's finally time to close the door on this trailer and to close the page on this chapter of work. Oh, could we ride this? Heck yeah, we could. Wow. All right, so we're gonna switch gears because we've gotten to that stage of the project where we feel like it's time to break down the design.
Yeah, now that our tile and drywall guys are all finished, we want to walk you through the space so you can see all the progress, and I want to share a little bit more about my design for each space and my process for how I even land the design.
All right, let's do this. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun.
Andrea's got her designer socks on for this very moment.
It is so cold.
This is gonna be exciting. Okay, space number 1. So space number 1 is this doorway that was a doorway, and we just completely opened it up. And not that you haven't seen this before, but you haven't seen it all drywalled in and clean.
It's hard to remember what this used to look like because we didn't live here for very long before we took this out.
Yeah.
So now this feels very normal. Like it looks like it's supposed to be like this.
Yes.
But there was an actual door right here. And not only did we take the door out, we took the framing around it and just smoothed out the drywall, smoothed out the ceiling. It made a very big difference. This makes so much more sense.
Look how wide this is. It's so nice. And then from the hallway opening, we can move into the new laundry space here. Wow.
So great. I'm so excited about this.
Yes, pretty awesome.
You guys might remember that this was actually a last minute addition thanks to so many suggestions from all of you that we needed to add a laundry space upstairs. And this was the best idea that never crossed either one of our minds somehow.
Yeah, for sure.
And we had all this dead space here that was really just mostly wasted and a little bit awkward. Adding this here, I feel like solved so many problems. One, we get a laundry room upstairs, but also we had this weird like angled wall that we just couldn't figure out. And because we added this here and removed these closets, this whole space just makes so much sense. Like literally this looks like how the house was supposed to be. And that's the goal, I feel like, when we're moving walls, especially, is I don't want it to look like, oh, you can tell they moved some walls and now it looks weird. Plus, we already had all the walls opened up and the subfloor was cut open and the plumbing was being worked on already. So it was literally like the perfect timing and not that big of an expense to just have them run an extra water line from the bathroom right on the other side of that wall and frame this out when we were finishing up all the other framing. So, oh, it was such a great thing.
Yes, so we're very excited about this space. Doors are coming soon.
Yeah, they should be getting delivered any day.
And the washer and dryer are still in our garage, making it very difficult for me to park a car in there, but eventually they're gonna be right up here. We can move on.
And our kids won't have to walk so far to do their laundry. From here, we can move into our first bathroom. This is our boys' bathroom.
Very exciting.
So this will be our boys' bathroom, and if you remember, this was actually just a solid wall, and you would walk through this door and have a sink and a toilet, and then you would go back out into the hallway, and where the laundry room is, there was actually a door into the shower room that did not have a toilet in there. So we closed that up, added a door here, moved the toilet to be in there with the tub because we had to run the plumbing for the toilet that way anyway for the other toilet. So it wasn't actually that like big of an added expense, and it makes more sense. Plus now we get to have this larger vanity space with more storage, and that just makes sense. Now they can be like brushing their teeth, but if they want to like shower and go to the bathroom, they can go in there and lock the door, and you know, not that boys care that much, but.
How are you feeling about those tiles, huh?
Oh, I love it.
Whoa.
This is, I bought it from a different place, so I don't know if it's the exact same tile that we used in our downstairs guest bathroom at the last house, but it's pretty similar, and I still love this tile so much, and I was so excited that the boys were on board. They really wanted the checkerboard floors, and I was like, hey, can we do this dark brown tile with like an antique brass hardware? And they were like, we love it, that's great. First, we did the tile all the way to the ceiling, which I feel like you should always do. It just looks so much better. And even tiled around the window there, which looks so sharp. Plus, we made a last minute change and decided to tile the front of the bathtub, which I'm so glad about. And then we'll finish that top edge with a countertop piece that matches the countertop we'll do in here.
Oh, that's gonna be cool.
It's gonna look so sharp. This is gonna be crazy having bathrooms up here.
Yes.
We haven't had bathrooms up here since we moved in. This is wild. We're gonna feel like we got a whole new house.
Pretty crazy. Let's move on to the next room. This is gonna
Next
be
room.
so
What have we
cool.
been calling this? Bedroom number 3? It's Levi's room. Hopefully this gives everybody a little bit more idea of the layout, because I know it's confusing.
I feel like this room has so much potential. Like when it's all finished, it's gonna look so good. Also, I feel like this room needs to get the award for most transformed because when we started, it was a little sink room along with the wrapping room. There was so much shelving and random stuff, and we just looked at it and went, you know what? We could take a wall down and just make this into a full and usable bedroom, make it much more usable square footage, certainly for our family, and it's working.
I feel like I should also say there is a lot more of the upstairs that we haven't, that we're not showing regularly, where we do have more storage space. And so we have plenty of storage space, and those are things that were taken into consideration, but this really did make the most sense for our family.
Remember the closet within a closet?
Yeah, there's plenty of closets. Obviously, there's some other big changes we made here, like we're gonna be adding a bigger window here. We're hiring that out, so we're just waiting for that to get installed. We added a closet space for him here, and then a built-in desk because he loves art so much, and he really wanted a desk in his room, so this was such a good use of this space. And then we took the door out to flip it around, which hopefully being able to see this space makes that make a little bit more sense, because you really do have to think about doing that. You don't want your door to block a hallway or something like that, but since this is literally the end of a hallway, it doesn't block anything out here. We're not really worried about the safety. There's all these reasons they say to have your door open into the room, but it's fine. Makes more sense to have it open out in this case.
Okay, so break down the design of this room, okay?
Don't knock me over. I'm trying not to touch the floor because there's still so much drywall dust.
Yes, okay. I'm gonna let you do your thing.
So we get asked a lot if the kids get to help with their room designs, and the answer is yes, they really do. And I think they have great taste. I feel like I've influenced them well. So Levi's main request is he wanted dark blue. So this is the color that we're gonna be painting all of the trim in here, all of the woodwork. So the doors, the built-in desk, baseboards, crown molding. We're gonna leave the ceiling light because I didn't want it to feel too dark. And for the walls in his room, we're actually gonna be doing this grass cloth wallpaper, and it's so unique because it has this larger than normal weave, which I really love. So he's gonna have this tone-on-tone blue look in here, which he's so excited about, I'm so excited about. Look at this. Look at this with the paint color.
Amazing.
So
amazing.
Great. With all of the blue and the more cool tones, I wanted to bring in a little bit more warmth other than just the wood flooring. Obviously that adds a lot of warmth because I love the contrast of like this perfect muted cool with something that is a little bit warmer. And so we're actually doing a leather bed, which I'm so excited about.
Ooh.
Levi also loves dogs so much, and so I'm gonna surprise him and do this really funky dog print above his bed, which the good thing about just getting prints off of Etsy and artwork is we can always switch it down the road really easily, but he's gonna be so excited about that. He also loves football, so I'm gonna put some football touches in here. He loves Pokemon too, so we'll probably do a Pokemon display frame somewhere for him.
This is getting wild, babe.
It's getting wild, yeah. He's gonna love it though.
All right, so we're gonna go to our daughter's bedroom next, which is the next door around the corner and just down the hallway. This is gonna be such a cool room.
It is.
Wow.
It is. She's just a little excited.
Yeah. Okay, but before we show you the design in this room and in her bathroom, we wanna pause and have Andrea break down her actual design process and walk you through how she actually lands a design, because lots and lots and lots of you have been requesting that she do that. And so we felt like, you know what, this is the right time to do it, okay?
Yeah.
So.
That's a good question.
Okay, so I'm gonna move out of the way to give you a whiteboard to work with. And why don't you start with step number 1 in your process?
Step number 1 in designing any space is you need to establish what is your overall design style. This helps to make sure that your entire house or wherever you live feels cohesive and everything goes together, even if it doesn't all have to match. You can do different colors in different rooms, but you want it to flow well. For me, I don't know if my style, I don't know what I would actually call it. It leans a little bit more traditional, but I know there's elements that I love. I love a lot of natural textures. I like more muted, earthy colors. And then I think of words like cozy, homey, inviting. Like those are words that I want to describe the spaces and how they feel.
Okay, but question, how would one go about defining their style?
Probably the best way is just looking at tons of inspiration and narrowing down like what are the things that you really like that really stand out to you consistently, because usually you're going to find a very common thread. Is it more modern? Is it bright, super bright with lots of contrast?
Okay, but where would one go to find these inspiration photos?
Pinterest, Instagram, books, magazines.
Okay, so if number 1 is define your style, then what is step number 2 officially?
I would say number 2 is finding that one thing that is super inspiring that you just love, and then you build your design around that. So that could be a beautiful antique maybe that you've inherited, like a bed, or even, really any piece of furniture. It could be like a chair that has a really fun pattern. It could be a wallpaper. It could be a pillow with a cool pattern that you just really love and it has the colors that you want to incorporate. So it could be a lot of different things.
Okay, so if I'm hearing you correctly, you're saying as you define your style, as you look through inspiration photos, you want to find one element that just shouts at you and you're like, I want to build my whole design around this single inspiration point. Is that accurate?
Yes, I'm talking about for an individual room, for like a bedroom, for example, not a single element for your entire house.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just making sure I'm tracking.
Yeah.
I'm learning here. I'm learning.
Step number 3 is to start putting together a mood board. Things that help me do this are, again, looking at tons of inspiration photos. I'm on Pinterest a lot and just dissecting photos of like, what stands out to me in this room? Oh, I love this element. I want to include that. Or, oh, I'm loving this color. The kids really want to have blue in here and I love the way it looks in this room. Or, different things like that. And then you start building your mood board to see how does all of this now act together and look together?
So if I'm making a mood board and I'm new at this, can you give me kind of a short list of like elements that I need to make sure I include into my mood board for the design?
For my mood boards, I usually try and of course include all of the big things. That's flooring, furniture, paint color. If I'm doing a wallpaper, include that in there because that's going to be a big feature. Light fixtures, and I'll even throw in some of the main accents like pillows and artwork because those make such a big difference.
All right, but maybe a bigger question is, where does one create these mood boards? How do you make this happen?
I pretty much always use either Canva or Milanote. Those are my go-tos. I like them. They're easy.
And when it comes to creating your mood board and using Canva, here's a little pro tip. You can actually go online and screenshot anything, or you can screenshot images from your phone, and then you can drag those into Canva and use the background remover tool. And that's how you can start layering different things over the top of each other. And this is actually the same method that I use for creating thumbnails for YouTube videos. Someone just rang the doorbell. Who is at our door?
Maybe it's, we just put them right here.
Okay.
And lean them against the wall.
Okay.
Doors delivered. Okay, so we are now on step number 4, which is...
ordering samples. This means ordering paint swatches, fabric swatches. If you're redoing flooring, get flooring samples, obviously. You can even get samples of rugs. And so if there's some risk of like colors clashing, I would definitely order those little samples that you can get of a rug. If you're doing wallpaper, order wallpaper samples. These are a few of the wallpaper samples I ordered for our boys' room. I knew that I wanted a texture and a stripe for my wallpaper. And so I ordered several different ones, obviously. Very different size stripe here. As a side note, I have been loving ordering these sample-ized peel and stick paint samples just because I don't have to actually get paint on my wall or my trim and deal with the brush strokes. And I can move this around and see it in different parts of the room, in different lighting. They're so helpful. And I can reuse them. So with your samples, the idea is you want to have all of them together to see how they work together in your actual space so you can see how the unique lighting of your space affects all of them. And does it look like it did online? Because chances are it's not gonna look quite like it did online. I don't care how much you love this paint color and this Pinterest photo and this house, you have to sample it in your room, in the actual space, so you can see how it looks there.
Okay, so that's steps 1 through 4. Now it's time for the 5th and final step, which is...
make a plan for how to execute your design. First, you need to make a list of what all needs to be done and what order you're gonna do it in. And then you get to decide, are you gonna do it yourself or are you gonna hire out different elements? This is also helpful if you have a design plan you love, but maybe it's a little bit more than your budget and you need to break it up. It is still so helpful to have your overall plan for a space so you know where you're going, even if you're just slowly chipping away at it. And you're like, okay, this month we're gonna paint everything, but I'm still saving up for this furniture that I'm gonna buy down the road. Rather than buying just a random hodgepodge of stuff that you kind of like, but then altogether you're like, what just happened? I don't like this. This is not what I wanted. Like, you really need to have that plan when you start. And then even if you're not able to execute it all at once, it's still gonna save you so much headache and so much regret and wasted purchases. So make sure you actually finish your design plan and then make an execution plan.
Well, thanks for breaking down your process. We know there are more elements to it than that, but we wanted to give you just kind of the net version of how her brain works and how we tackle projects. But now we're ready to show you more designs, and we're really excited to show you the bathroom because the tile's all finished and it looks insane.
So pretty. So this is our daughter's bedroom. Obviously we've got our custom desk area that we've been working on that you've all seen, but she really wanted to go with kind of a sophisticated girly feel for this room. She's thinking down the road, when she moves out, she does not want her brothers moving into her room. So, which cracks me up. But this is the wallpaper we landed on, and it's this beautiful textured grass cloth, because again, I'm really loving the texture for this house. And then we are gonna paint all of the trim. So in here, that's gonna be baseboards, crown molding, doors, all of the built-in desk area. This beautiful dark kind of rosy mauve color. It's definitely more muted, just barely pink. So it feels like a very sophisticated girl's room. Like, I would do this in a guest room and it would look great.
Beautiful.
So I'm really excited about her room, but maybe just as exciting, if not more exciting, is her bathroom. If you remember, there was a wall here, and this was the closet for the bedroom with some built-in shelves here. So we opened this up to connect to a bathroom. And there was already a closet off of this bathroom space, so we didn't even have to move any of the walls on this side over here. It's kind of perfect. It's a little dark because we don't have lights installed yet, but this tile here is obviously, it's the star of the show in this bathroom. This is Handmaid's Liege tile. I've been wanting to use this for years. I just haven't had a good place to use it, and I love it so much. We might be using it again in our bathroom. We'll see. So our daughter was wanting to do wallpaper in the bathroom as well, and she really wanted blue. So this is actually the blue version of the wallpaper that we did in her bedroom at our last house, and I love this wallpaper. The brand is Sandberg, and it's their Linnea in the color Misty Blue. It is so beautiful. So we'll have wallpaper on all of our walls, and the trim is gonna be this very creamy off-white that I feel like pairs well with the tile and with the wallpaper.
Beautiful.
This space was a little bit too long for a normal tub, and so we framed in a little shelf at the back here, which obviously is getting surrounded by tile. We'll have countertop that goes on top of here. And then again in this bathroom, we decided to do the tile on the front of the tub to give it a built-in look. And I just feel like that really takes it up to that next level when your tub is built in or looks built in. This is a little cheaper than doing a drop-in tub. So we'll finish off the top of this with countertop and then toilet, vanity right here. We're gonna paint these cabinets, but keep them in here so she has so much storage, which is really nice. All right, from there, we're going to our last bedroom, and this has been a little bit confusing because our drawing shows that the hallway ends right here, but it doesn't actually end. That was just when we were remodeling that whole half. The hallway continues down, and then we have another bedroom right here. This is the windowless room, and the playroom is at the end of the hall, which, you know, we'll get to those spaces eventually, but this is our younger two boys room. All right, for our younger two boys room, I knew for sure that I wanted to do some kind of textured stripe on their wall in a more neutral color, and then do color on their trim as well as their ceiling. So this is the only bedroom where I'm actually gonna paint the ceiling the color as well. They really wanted green, and I'm loving it because I wanted the overall feel of this room to be kind of like a cool vintage feel. And I feel like something about the mix of this particular striped wallpaper, this color green, the metal beds, the lamps that I chose to go next to their beds, all of it together does really have this kind of vintage feel that I feel like is really cool. Plus, I found these 100-year-old Hardy Boy books on Etsy that are so cool. And they love those too, because one of our boys loves reading. So those will be nice, pretty, and useful decor.
All right, well that concludes our upstairs bathroom wing tour, and hopefully you enjoyed getting inside of Andrea's mind and seeing a bit of how we design and plan and execute a project.
Yeah, I hope it was actually helpful and maybe gives you a little bit of like a guideline for how to design a space for yourself.
So really the only thing left for us to do now is finish the job. So we're getting really close to being ready for paint. Floors are getting installed soon, and then we're off to the races.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Still feels like there's so much left to do, but also we're getting really close to painting. And I feel like once we get started on painting, it's gonna be like, downhill from there. Yeah. Downhill in a good way, like downhill momentum is what I meant.
Yes.
I don't think that's usually used in a positive way, is it?
But I feel like they're both used
I don't know,
negative.
actually.
It's all uphill or it's all downhill from here. Those both sound negative, you know what I mean? Maybe it's the tone of voice.
Yeah, I think
it's uphill from here. It's all downhill from here. You know?
It's just the tone of voice. Wow. Well, I'm excited. I'm excited to get started on painting.
Yeah, I am too. I'm excited for us to finally finish these rooms because we've been making really fast progress, but it still takes a really long time, and it'll be wild when these rooms are actually done and clean and finished out and our kids are moving into them. That's gonna be like Christmas, you know what I mean?
It really is. Maybe we'll finish. I don't know if we could finish their bedrooms by Christmas.
I think you're biting off a Subway foot long and a half.
That sounds good.
Okay, babe. We need to go
Feed me.
We need to go eat, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for coming along for the ride in our snow-laden carriage.
Snow-laden carriage?
Yeah. It felt Christmassy. All right, time for our next task. What are we doing?
I guess prepping for paint.
And this is super fun. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. I love it. Not even kidding. I just landed it on top of the fan. Can you believe that? I'm sanding nail holes.
Sorry.
I feel like we're really all over the place today, you know? You know, just one of those days when you're feeling kind of loopy-doopy.
We already have our paint suit. We're ready.
Let us begin.